Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. Today we are going to talk about the February 2021 Visa Bulletin. It is always somebody on my channel who reminds me that the new Visa Bulletin has arrived and I should make a video out of it. So here it is. For someone who does not know what a Visa Bulletin is, it is typically used in the green card process. It gives you an indication of what is the time frame that the USCIS is working on for a particular application for adjustment of status. It gives you the dates on which the USCIS is working on for certain categories of green card applications. I'm also going to talk about which chart should be used, and there is a certain section E that is mentioned in the Visa Bulletin for February. So if you are interested in knowing about the February 2021 Visa Bulletin, stick around until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. And for your specific immigration needs, you should hire a competent immigration lawyer. With that said, let's jump into the side-by-side comparison of January Visa Bulletin versus the February Visa Bulletin. Now here is what we can see. On the left hand side is the January 2021 Visa Bulletin, and on the right hand side we have February 2021 Visa Bulletin. Final action dates for family sponsored category of visa, and then we'll look at the employment based category of visa. So first let's start with the final action dates for family category. So as you can see, F1 category has not changed at all except for Mexico. So it has changed slightly from 15th of January 98 to 22nd of January 98. So it's not much of a progression, but that's all it is. F2A category, which is sons and daughters of and spouse of green card holder, that is current throughout, and it has been current for a while, which is great news. F2B category, again it's almost the same. It's slight progression in all chargeability and then slight progression in China as well as India and so on. There is not a lot of progression in any of these dates, as you can see. As you already know, there is still the plan in place, although it will be lifted pretty soon by the new administration. You can expect that these dates will start to move further. Now the filing dates chart for family based sponsorship is moved slightly. As you can see, some of these dates have changed. Typically these dates change if USCIS is still asking to use the filing dates chart for a certain category. So as you can see, there are certain things that have changed. For F1, it has changed for 22nd July 15 to 8th of August 15, because they are still using filing date chart in some of the categories. Now let's look at the final action dates chart for employment based category. EB1, as you can see, it has progressed a little bit for China about by 4 months, and exactly same for India. So it has gone from September 1st of 2019 to 1st of January 2020, which was expected. So as I mentioned in my previous prediction video, EB1 is expected to advance in final action date chart by few months at a time. So I am expecting by March or April at the most, we would see these dates returning to current. EB2 has not seen any progression, except for China it has progressed by 2 weeks, and for India it has only progressed by 3 days. 3 days is really disappointing for EB2, and I can see why, because there are still some applications that have not been given the receipt notices, and so no visas are being processed, so they are kind of stuck. EB3 is the same story, but it has a little bit more progression than EB2. So by 2 weeks for China and by about 1 week for India. So from 22nd of March 2010 to 1st of April 2010. Other workers category has also changed by a month for China and also by a week for India. And EB5 is still the same. There is no change for China. It is already current for India, and it has moved a little bit for Vietnam. So all in all, it was exactly as I predicted in my previous video, that EB1 will progress by few months, which it did by at least 3 months, or actually 4 months, and EB2 and EB3 have not progressed at all, by a week, which is EB3 by a week and EB2 by just 3 days for India, which is a little bit of a disappointment. But with some new rules and new changes that are coming in, I expect these dates to move further a little bit faster for EB2 and EB3 India. There is something in the new immigration proposal that the Biden administration is putting forward, that they want to not count the visa numbers for green card when issuing these green cards. So currently, if there is a family of 4, there are 4 visa numbers that are used up by that family, whereas in the new proposal that is being proposed, they will only consume 1 visa number, so that the remaining 3 visa numbers will be used for other applicants. So let's see if that proposal goes forward. Stay tuned to my channel, because I'm going to make a video on summary of all the things that are expected to be proposed by the new administration as part of their new immigration reform bill. Some of the things can be done with an executive order, but there are a lot of things that will need congressional approval, and I'm working on a video to summarize everything for you. So look out for that video in the next day or 2. So now let's keep going. If you come down to the filing dates chart for the employment based category, it will still remain the same. So 2 months back we saw a retrogression for EB3, but as you can see, the chart has remained the same. For 4th preference category, it has moved a little bit, and but for the remaining of the chart, it is exactly the same. Now this chart will not be used for EB1, EB2 and EB3. USCIS is asking to use final action date chart. So this chart, which is the filing dates chart, is really irrelevant at this point of time, and it will stay irrelevant for the rest of the year. It will only give us an indication where final action date chart is progressing towards, but other than that, it does not have any much of a significance. Now there is something else that I wanted to show you. There is a section in this new visa bulletin. This says visa availability in the coming months. In this new visa bulletin, the section E kind of goes through what can be expected in the coming months. Now in the employment based category, as expected, they are going to see about the worldwide will remain current, and China and India will progress by several months. Now up to 6 months is kind of an indicative time frame, but I'm expecting at least 2 to 3 months of progression, if not more, in the next upcoming months. So in 2 or 3 months, I can see that China and India becoming current for the employment based category for EB1. EB2 will continue to progress only by a week or 2, and they are saying China will progress by 3 weeks and India up to 2 weeks. So that's what is the expectation basically, unless the rules change, unless some of those immigration policies that are being proposed by the Biden administration come into law. We are not going to see much of progression in EB2 or EB3 category. So expect like 2 to 3 weeks for China, or 2 to 3 weeks for China, and up to 2 weeks for India for EB2. And for EB3, expect up to 3 weeks progression every month for India in EB3 category. Now let's look at if there is any indication of which chart to be used that is suggested by USCIS. Now last month they suggested, last month in January of 2021, USCIS suggested that employment based preference category should use the final action date chart, and the family sponsored preference category should use dates for filing chart. Now this is exactly the reason why we saw some progression of dates in the filing date chart for family based category, because they are still using the filing date chart. But for employment based category, they have started to use final action date chart since 1st of January, and thus the filing date chart kind of becomes irrelevant at this point of time. In all practical purposes, USCIS will continue to use final action date chart for employment based category. So all in all, I think we are seeing a good progression for EB1 category for India and China. They are progressing by leaps and bounds by few months every month, and they will come to current in few months. But for EB2 and EB3, it's still a somber story. It is still progressing by few days or up to a week, which is very, very disappointing for a lot of people who have applied for 485 in the last few months. But let's hope for some positive changes coming out of the Biden administration in terms of the new proposal for immigration that they are bringing to the Congress. I'm going to make a detailed video summarizing all the highlights of what is going to be in this new immigration proposal. So stay tuned to my channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.